Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there. Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Yes, happy new year to you all. Yep, your girl been down for the count. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but right after the 12 days of Christmas, your girl was sick and she had to just shut it all the way down until the beginning of the year. But no complaints out of me. I still had an amazing break. Enjoying my family, my friends, great conversation. And of course, when I was able to get back up and running, the planning has been for sure on deck. All right. So hopefully you all are set and ready to go for quarter one. Put it in the chat. I'm ready to go. Put it in the chat. I'm ready to go. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. And look, I'm dropping it inside of the chat right now. This conversation is all about what are your dreams? And for some of us, it may be a little different. Maybe great relationships. It could be financially stable. It could be starting a new business. And for those of you who want to start a business, the link is there. It's right there. It's Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is a digital course that you can take and have your business up and running with 8 modules. And you don't have to wait for 8 weeks, but it's 8 modules. You could do it one by one, or you can do it all in one setting. It's whatever you want, because I know leading into a new year, for those of you who have goals of new careers, it may be a little jarring. You may be a little afraid, but here is the thing. There's no time like the present. Put it in the chat. There's no time like the present. There's not another year that should come by and you don't go after or build or secure whatever it is that you want to experience in life. So you may be wondering, how do I start those beginning steps? And I think it starts with clarity. Put it in the chat. You got to get clear. Put it in the chat. You got to get clear. And what you have to do is spend time thinking. And I know, y'all, this sounds so simple, but you got to spend time thinking about what it is that you really want. And here are some different areas of life that I want you to start working on, because this is the planning time. If you haven't done it, here it is, crash course. I'm going to need you to go ahead and plan what it is that you want to set out and what you want to do for your life. For those of you who may not know my story, right? I was called by God to speak and teach and coach. And during that time, I was a marketing director in radio. And for me, it was all about serving people to answer whatever it is God has called you to do. Now, for some of us, that may mean new career, that may need taking a course. Like, we just took an amazing assessment at our congregation, and a lot of people need counseling. A lot of people need someone to help coach them and direct them in the things that it is that they need to do. Like, some of us know what we're called to do. Put it in the chat. If you know what you're called to do, just put it in the chat, whatever that is, because there's people watching. There's people that's out here that may need you, what it is that God has called you to do. But here's the thing. If you ain't never jumping in the pool, if you ain't never launching the class or moving forward, if you ain't never doing it, how they gonna find you? And here is the thing. Queenpreneur Jumpstart Program will take away that fear of the steps, of the clarity on what it is that you need to do. If you need to create your business name, it's in there. If you need your business values, it's in there. If you need bank accounts, mailboxes, all that stuff is in there. The promise after that course is that you'll leave knowing what your first product will be. And while I was going after my dream of becoming a coach, a teacher, and a speaker, I wasn't sure on what to do with any of those things. I didn't know what first steps to take. And what I'm saying is, this program will take away the guessing. It'll allow you to move forward powerfully in what it is that God has called you to do. So look, here's what I want you to do. Write down the different areas that you've been dreaming about. Again, for some of you, it could be relationships. For some of you, it could be your spirituality. Like, some of us just want to study more, want to have a closer walk with God, just want to have a deeper relationship. Just write it down. Maybe it's your career. If not your career, maybe it's your finances, right? These are things that need attention. And you can't wait until the end of the year to reach goals. You got to start like right now. For some of you, it could be a better social life, right? You just want to get out more. You want to go to different concerts and shows and network and all that stuff. Maybe it is your health and wellness, right? That's definitely has been on my list for the last couple of years. It's just getting my health back together. After being stuck in the pandemic, these habits, they went down the drain, right? But every day I'm doing some form of physical activity. And maybe if this is an area for you, maybe you could do something similar. I don't know. I don't want to tell you to do something that don't align with your schedule and what your goals are. Maybe it's personal development. Hint, hint. I am the personal development girl. I love it. I love listening to people like Brendan Burchard, Iyanla Van Zant. These are people that I read their books. I go to their conferences, right? I want to stay in front of people who are actually doing things that I'm interested in, living their life in a way that I believe would be helpful. And maybe you want to do the same. Maybe you want to help develop yourself, because knowing that you are becoming a better person will help you reach these goals and get in front of the people that you need to get in front of. Yes, I love them. I love them too. And I listen to them and I read. Okay, so listen. Here's another thing. Maybe you want to work on your home and environment. Like, people don't get that. That's like an area of life that you may have been dreaming about. Maybe you want a bigger house. Maybe you want to sell your house. You want to downsize. The kids are gone. Maybe you want a condo. Maybe you want to purchase a home on near your daughter's or your son's college campus and use that as a revenue generator for them or someone else. Like, there's just so many things that you could be doing in life that you're passionate about, that you love, and that you've been dreaming for. But here is the kick. The time is now. Put it in the chat. The time is now. Type it. The time is now. Because here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to think that you can continue to talk about these things and never take the necessary actions in order for them to come about. And there's no greater time, there's no better time than a fresh start to a new year, right? For those of you who still do New Year resolutions, ain't nothing wrong with it. Here's the thing. I just want you to stick with it. And all year long, as some of you know, the 12 days of Christmas kicks off my theme for the year. And this is the theme for the year. It's all about honoring yourself. In this first month, it's all about honoring your dreams. Grab hold to them. Develop them. Write down who you need to help you to get to where you're going. Write down what you want to accomplish, because this is going to be your roadmap. Like, the creator of your life is you. Put it in the chat. The creator of my life is me. The creator of my life is me. Listen, it don't mean that God is not involved. That's not what I'm saying. But you get that you've already been built, developed, created, born into a situation, a person, a body that desire certain things, that dream about certain things, and they ain't going away. If anything, they intensify the more you ignore them. So why not now? Why not this year? Why not starting it in January? You're mapping out these things to create the life that you've been dreaming about, to create the success in your life that you want, to create the home that you want, the relationships that you want, the body that you want, right? Because I feel good when I can fit in my clothes. I feel great when I look at myself in the mirror, where I'm able to put on my makeup or twist my hair and do these things. That's a natural part of self-esteem and feeling good about yourself. And if that's not how you feeling, you could change that. And the time is when? The time is now. So look, for the rest of this month, I'll be asking those burning questions. Like, right now, it's just a clarity question. What are your dreams? What are you dreaming about? What's keeping you up late at night? What is the thing that you've been talking about year after year, but you haven't been able to materialize or manifest, or really you haven't been doing the work to make it happen? Because here's the thing. Even though we are very spiritual beings, we believe that God is in control. Do you get that there's still movement and actions that we must take in order to manifest the things that God has placed in our hearts? Right? We got to delight ourselves in Him. We got to turn over the rocks. We have to put the effort in, right? Because it takes effort and it takes time. Put it in the chat. It takes effort and it takes time, right? So you got to give God something to work with, right? He ain't driving no parked cars. He's not coming down, sitting at your desk to help you map out a plan. It's your job to create. And He's giving you everything that you need mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to create the things that He's placed in your heart. But you got to get that the time is now. So I want to know, what's your dream? What are your dreams? What do you want to see happening in your life by the time you get to the end of the year, right? Because we got to reverse plan it. What are some of those things? Put it inside the chat. Faith without works is dead. You got that right. You better know it, believe it, receive it, accept it, wrap your loving arms around it, because that's the truth. Faith without works is dead. And when you look at all the spiritual stories and the things that you like to quote and read and grab a hold to, it all required taking steps of faith. It all required of walking into areas of the unknown. It all required to build your trust in the person that's leading and guiding you, right? It required all those things, but it also required you putting your hands to the plow and moving forward and working. And you can't be afraid of the work. Put it in the chat. I'm not afraid of the work. Put it in the chat. I'm not afraid of the work. And there's no time like the present than for you to grab a hold of your dreams. So get clear on what your dreams are. So all this month, we'll be talking about dreams. What do you do to manifest them? What do you do if you've outgrown your dreams? What if you're no longer aligned with the things that you've been giving your time to? Do you ever stop dreaming, right? Oh, is there an age where you shouldn't go after your dreams? Who creates them? How do you manifest them? Like, we're going to talk about, are your dreams big enough? Are your dreams big enough? Because sometimes we be playing this small, like God's telling us to start the business, interact and go do some stuff with Oprah Winfrey, and we playing it down and we're going to keep it local and we're going to do some stuff at the congregation, right? Like, he may be asking you, or maybe you're building the confidence to start local or to start small, but you can't let go of the bigger, larger dream, which is to make it global. Put it in the chat. I'm global. Put it in the chat. I'm global. Yes. And don't be afraid to say it. It's okay to have confidence. It's okay to go after your big dreams. I remember a poet saying this so many years ago when I worked in radio, was that God would be a mean father if he give you these desires in your heart, never giving you what it takes to accomplish them. Like, what father drops dreams in people's soul and spirit for them to never achieve them? No, that's on you. He's given it to you. He's expecting you to do great things with it. He's expecting you to take action. He's expecting you to develop the gift. He's expecting you to do what it is. Put this in as a charge. I will develop the gift. Put it in the charge. Put it in the chat. This is a charge. I will develop the gift. This is the year. No more waiting. No more talking. Even if that means you don't share as much. Remember, I told you during the 12 days of Christmas, this year is all about 80% planning, 20% execution. 80% planning, 20% execution. Put it in the chat. So my question is, what have you been planning and what are you going to execute? Because we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of studying, we take a lot of classes, but the way that you grow is actually going to those conferences, taking those classes, getting the coaching, and then executing. Because it don't matter how many books you read, how many courses you go to. Like, I was talking to one of my girlfriends, then I'm gonna hop off, and she was asking me about what works. Like, do I believe taking this course would work, even if it's a low cost item? I was like, people are not selling things that they haven't done. Even if it's a worksheet that's 10 steps and it's a free lead magnet. The question is, once you get the steps, what are you going to execute? Every process works if you work the process. Every program works if you do the program. Nobody's out here selling you stuff that hadn't worked for them. The question is, are you going to do the work? Are you going to do what it takes in order to materialize the success and the results they got? See, that's the whole point of developing a process, a class, a structure, a method, is that you're expecting that the people that you're selling it to, that's investing in you, actually going to do the work. So look, if you're looking to start a business, you're interested in a digital course, here's one for you. Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the year for you to go ahead, start your business. Register today. I'm available. Consultation, conversations, slide up in my DM. Tell me that you want to talk to me. You do not have to invest in me without talking to me. I don't mind talking to you. So call me, reach out to me, set up a discovery call. Let's get with it, because the time is now. The time is now. Don't let another day in January go by. It's January the 8th. Don't play. This month going to be gone before you know it. Get your thoughts, your dreams on paper and all the different areas of your life: relationships, spirituality, career, finances, social, health, personal development, and environment. I'm going to say it one more time. Put them in the chat. Those are the areas I'm focusing on. So I'm just sharing with you what I'm focusing on, right? First one, relationships, spirituality, career, finances, social, health, self-development, and environment. So look, the game starts now. And if you didn't plan out the year, start planning. It's time. 80% planning, 20% execution. If that sounds like something you want to do it. And don't allow the conversations that you have this year be the same thing that you're talking about in 2025. We ain't having it. All right. Always looking forward to serving you. I'm here Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, 5 o'clock p.m. It's Deneen Merriweather, and I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live